Today we're going to be tackling some of the common questions, the common challenges and objections and misconceptions that we receive as Catholics. We'll start with the most common, at least one of the ones I first heard when I was in college, and that is, why do Catholics call their priests Father? Jesus commands us very clearly in Matthew 23:9, call no one on earth your Father. So aren't you Catholics being directly contrary to Scripture? Well, let's read that passage again in context, because the context is going to help give us a sense of what's going on. In verses 1 through 12 of chapter 23, Jesus is denouncing the hypocrisy of the scribes and Pharisees. He starts with verse 2 here. The scribes and Pharisees have taken their seat on the chair of Moses. Therefore do and observe all things whatsoever they tell you, but do not follow their example. For they preach, but they do not practice. They tie up heavy burdens, hard to carry, love places of honor, banquets, the salutation rabbi. Starting with verse 8, as for you, do not be called rabbi. You have but one teacher, and you are all brothers. Call no one on earth your father, for you have but one Father in heaven. Do not be called master. You have but one master, the Messiah. And then verse 13 again, woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, you hypocrites. So the first thing to note is that the context of this is a warning against the hypocrisy of these scribes and Pharisees. That's the context. And he's saying these hypocritical people don't deserve the title Father or Rabbi or Master. But is Jesus condemning all use of the word Father, Teacher, and Master? Well, I don't think so. And the first thing to notice is that when this verse is quoted, they almost never quote the other two parts of this. There's three words that are supposedly forbidden here: teacher, father, and master. But you never hear people say, why do you call your professors teacher? Why do you call your, why do we use the salutation Mr., which is a form of master? You don't see people on a crusade to get rid of the word teacher and master, but you do see people using this verse as a club to beat the poor Catholics with. And we Catholics need to be prepared to respond. So the first response is, the context is against hypocritical people who want to use this word. That's the first clue that it's not a global denial of the word.